all my little tips and tricks. Born with no eyes. Look how dirty, just a pair of scissors. Benny Koi Food from Koi Enterprise. And the best part about my channel, super cold, sub-zero. That is a fish. That is the OG right there, as you can see. Kohaku. Ice, it's frozen.
Hoʻomalu. Hana Hui A Maui. Aloha,
my ohana. It is your boy back with another aquatic adventure. Now, if you're new to the channel, let me be the first to give you a nice big warm aloha and welcome. On my channel, we talk about everything aquatics, whether it be freshwater, saltwater, goldfish and koi ponds, local fish store tours, fish rescues, DIY projects, and product reviews in the hobby. And that was a mouthful. You guys probably saw the thumbnail and were wondering, what are you talking about? Your pond froze. Yeah, we're getting this pond ready for the winter time. Now, I know a lot of you guys out there think, oh my gosh, it's too cold for koi fish or goldfish. There are certain goldfish that can actually handle freezing temperature. Koi fish can also handle sub-zero degree weather. We are super spoiled and lucky here in California. It doesn't get that cold, but it's been in the 30s at night. We're talking about as low as 38, 37.
Oh my God!
I usually prep the pond every winter time, and this is that time. I'm gonna show you guys maybe some tips, some tricks on how to prep your pond for the winter time, for the cold season. So enjoy this one. You guys are absolutely gonna love it. So let's go ahead and flip this camera around, and let me show you guys my above ground pond where I have all my beautiful koi. So here is my above ground pond. As you can see, I have a pop-up tent over it to shield it from the sun. Now that the sun is pretty much a goner, I don't have to worry about algae and whatnot accumulating. So we're gonna take this tent down. I only bring it out during the summer when it gets super hot, triple-digit weather out here. But as you can see, my beautiful koi fish, look at them. My collection, they're all just hanging out. Super cold, although this above ground pond is insulated. It does get a little chilly. Now don't worry, I'll show you the chamber where the pump is at underneath the backside. I'll show you the gravel that's inside here, inside the crates. We'll get into all the details, all right? So don't trip, I got you guys, all right? Then you'll understand how this bog filter filters this entire pond. Now this pond is roughly about 450 gallons. This is actually a temporary holding pond until Tiki Falls 4.0. My 4,000 gallon pond is done. And I'm gonna get into the SICCE SDC Synchra pump that actually pumps this entire pond. Download the app, it's called the Control app. As you can tell right there, I'll put a picture of it on the screen. I'll circle the temperature. It gives me the temperature so I know the temperature of the pond at all time. As you can see, it's in the 40s right now. And if the pump goes out or the electricity shuts off, it will give me a notification. Anywhere in the world. I can be at the grocery store, I can be out of town, out of state. It will notify my phone, and I'm telling you, SICCE is next level. And I'm not just saying that because I'm an ambassador for SICCE, but that pump is next level.
You ain't lying.
That is the Synchra SICCE SDC. They have all different sizes. I actually needed to upgrade my pump from a 6.0 to a 9.0. I just want a lot more flow in this above ground pond because I do have a lot of koi in here. And I have some plans in the future for this too as well when Tiki Falls 4.0 is done. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss it. If you're wondering how my Madaka are doing, I have Madaka inside this beautiful aquascape mini pond bowl. They're doing great. They're probably down under the waterfall. That is a fish that can live outside in actually really cold water. They're doing great. I have my Miyuki in here, and then I also have my tricolor in this DIY bowl that I actually made. If you guys want to see the video on this bowl that I made, I'll leave a link right up above, okay, right there. Click that link, go check out this little mini DIY pond bowl. Actually, you can see them right there. They're right inside the little flower pot. If you look really good, those are my tri-color Madaka that I got from my boy Jackson. Right there, you can see them. You see the little pectoral fins? Yeah, they almost camouflage with that lava rock down in there. Look at the aquatic plants here. These floating flower pots that I have, they're still doing great too as well. There's nothing here. I actually had Madaka in that one there. These little floating flower pots that I made for the pond, I DIY'd it. I got all the material from the dollar store. So if you guys want to see how I did that, I'll leave a card right up above there. Click that card, go check out that video. I think I made them for like $2.80. It was something cheap, but you can see the babies. Look at them all. Kohaku, ahi uturi. Oh, look at my blind shubunkin goldfish. Such a beautiful goldfish. That is Daredevil, born with no eyes, completely blind, but they're all doing great. You know, they're not super active because the water is cold. It's in the 40s, you know. So I went ahead and shut off the pump so there's no waterfall coming out. It's super quiet too. I got aerators going on. I always have these aerators going on all year round for the fish, just to help aerate the water. I do have my submersible pump in there by HYGGER. It is a beast of a pump. It pumps like 1,000 gallons an hour. So it's gonna do some light work on this above ground pond. It is pumping. I'm gonna show you guys where the hose goes. Now this hose is a 1-inch hose and it is about 30 feet long. I'm gonna follow it for you so you guys can see all in one shot where it goes. I have it on the side of the house here where the dog run is, and you can see the water flushing out right there. You can see how much water it does some light work on this above ground pond, let me tell you. Now this water will rush out to the front, and it actually goes through my grass out front there. Can't really see it from here, but down out there it'll run out to the front. So you guys understand like how my system works. Now we're on the other side of the pond. As you can see, submersible pump is doing its job. We're gonna come over here and pop the hood. This here is just a piece of slate that I bought just to cover this little area here. We're gonna stick it down here. You can see this is where the water comes out of. The entire bog filter is being drained, and look at these crates. They go all the way down. You'll get a better look at it once I cut all this garbage down. I'm gonna cut it all down and I'm gonna wash it out. That way you guys can see it and get a visual, but look how dirty, look at each crate will be. And we're gonna clean all that muck out of there, and I'm gonna show you guys how we do that. This is how cold it is. Look at the ice. Look at ice, it's frozen. That's how cold it is here. It does get a little icy. A lot of people think California is just, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Northern California, hey, straight iceberg, baby. Vanilla. These filter mats by Mountain Tree, hey, top of the line, baby. Love these things. Shout out to Mountain Tree. We're gonna take these out and just shoot them out with a hose. Super simple to do. Now, also what I did was remove this cap and I just cleaned out all the debris. You can see there's a little bit of algae in there. So I just kind of pull that out with my fingers. Make sure that this intake cap is nice and clean. Then I'm gonna take the cap and screw it right down there. It's super easy. I'm gonna do this all one shot for you guys so you guys get an idea of what I have to do. It's not that bad at all. All you do is just go down here and you just screw it on. I did take a nice little skimmer net here, and basically what I do is I use this skimmer net to just skim the surface of all the debris. You can see I got some leaves here, but there's some floating debris in here. I just do a quick little skim. Once I do a big water change on this, I won't have to worry about this for months. I normally don't even like feed them or touch them for at least a couple months. Maybe spring, yeah, of 2023, something like that, you know. Maybe during the week there might be some warmer days where I can give them some food, but I am going to use cold water food. Now there's hot weather food and cold weather food, so make sure you use the right food for your koi fish, okay? I'll show you what koi fish food that I do use for the winter. So it's super easy to separate the two. Of course, this is just for the winter time, and I do have the summer blend too as well. As you can see them right there. All of my koi fish, for the most part, are from Koi Enterprise. Oh, look at my golden corn. Oh, Shisui. Right next to him is my Ginrin Ochiba. That is the OG right there. That is Renee, that big white koi there with a little bit of orange. That's not like you know, any type of fungus or disease. That's just the natural color. It's got like some little orange in there. That right there, sentimental koi to me. I mean, I have a nice, beautiful collection of koi, but that one there, super sentimental because it was the very, very first koi I ever purchased. She's about 2.5 years old. Butterfly koi. Just beautiful. Yeah, that fish right there is a butterfly kujaku. That was the second koi that I ever got for Tiki Falls. So those two koi, super close, sentimental to my heart. They survived everything. I mean, they've been through the worst of worst. Those are my OGs right there, and they're a little over 2 years old. Yeah, but other than that, all the other fish are doing great. They're over there in the corner as the water is going down. My Hiutsuri, the black and red, look at, oh, beautiful. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, Koi Enterprise, my boy Anthony, he's got some beautiful koi. Not only that though, he runs a live sale every Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Download the app, it's absolutely free, and I get a lot of koi on that app. He makes it so easy to purchase imported Japanese koi, and they start at $50, Ohana. And he goes up to, I've seen as high as $350. He's over here. Look at my Kishoa is doing beautiful, doing well. We're gonna go ahead and drain this bad boy. Yeah, let's go ahead and start trimming that bush there. Now, if you were wondering how we're gonna trim all of these plants here in the bog filter, just a pair of scissors Pretty simple. I take the scissors, go right up to about the base there, and just cut. It's that easy. And we're gonna trim them down to about that, pretty much. We can go a little bit lower if I want, but that's good enough. We'll be able to get around this, and we're just gonna go ahead and stick this with the rest of the pile. Oh wait, before we go any further, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, this is the perfect opportunity to hit that subscribe button, and next to that subscribe button is a little bell, okay? Do your boy a favor, hit that bell, click it, turn it on. It's just gonna notify you when I upload a new video, and the best part about my channel is it's absolutely free. Doesn't cost you a thing. Also, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. It does help the channel out, especially getting it into the algorithm, and I really do appreciate all the love and support. All right, so now that we trimmed all of the plants in the bog filter and we removed the pop-up tent, I'm gonna walk over here. You'll be able to see it a lot better. Let's go right over here. Now you can see the 6 crates of gravel and how dirty they each are, all the way down. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the hose and we're gonna shoot down inside each one of these crates, wash out all the muck. It's gonna come down here. We're gonna have our submersible pump. We're gonna drop it down here, and we're gonna clean out these sponges, which are super easy. We just remove them and we shoot them down with a hose. So you can see how dirty they are. Look at that, huh? So we know these bad boys are doing the trick. Look down low, you can actually see the roots growing down. So you know all of these plants here in each one of these crates are filtering the water. So you know the bog filter is working by seeing those roots. And I normally have to do this maybe once a year. Big trim like this, it's super satisfying too. So we're just gonna go ahead and drop our submersible pump in here, like so. And then we're gonna go ahead and wash out all this gravel. Basically, I'll take my hose, I have it on like a full or a jet, and I'll just go ahead and just shoot it all down like this. Look at all that muck. And we'll basically get every one of these crates squeaky clean, and you'll be able to see all of the gravel and the smaller lava rock that I have in here for biological media. And we'll make sure all the leaves and everything are cleaned out. And then as you can see, the water drains right there, and then we're gonna suck it up with that pump. All right, a lot of you guys are always wondering how this bog filter works. What's the operation? So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna go under the bog filter right here. There it is. That's the SICCE SDC 6.0 pump. That is the heart, the foundation of this above ground pond. Now you can see the plumbing, okay? Right there is the intake. So that's where the water gets sucked in. It does the elbow here. I got this check valve that I actually closed off, and I'll tell you the reason why I closed it right now. It's only during cleaning. And then it gets sucked into the pump. The pump pumps it up, another elbow, and then up right through here. And this is where the water comes out of. It goes through a series of sponges by Mountain Tree, and then it goes underneath every single one of these crates, and the water rises up through the gravel and the lava rock, and then it goes out from the waterfall spillway down at the bottom back into the pond. So that's how it works. As you can see, look at all the gravel, nice and clean, huh, compared to what it was. And basically all we're doing is just taking the hose and shooting it down in here. Now that check valve that I actually showed you guys right there, I have to turn that and close it off. That way when I fill this bog filter up, the water does not go back, sucked through and out of the intake into the pond. I don't want any of this dirty water that's pretty much accumulated inside these crates to go back into the pond. So we close off the valve. This chamber here will fill up with murky water, and we're going to plug this in and suck out all the dirty water once we're done shooting all of these crates. If that makes sense to you guys. If it doesn't, leave a comment down below and I'll be more than happy to explain it to you in detail. We got 3 more crates down there to clean. These 3 are pretty much clean, and it's super easy. And just like that, Ohana, all 6 crates are absolutely spotless. Look at them, huh? It's so satisfying to see all the crates like that. All of the plants are trimmed down, and then we have to turn that valve. There we go. And that way, the water will go through now. Now we're gonna fill up our pond. We're gonna actually dechlorinate the water. One of these pumps is for 100 gallons. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pump in probably like 4. And maybe 1 for the homies right there, you know what I'm saying? And that way, we keep our water nice and healthy as we fill up this bad boy. And then we're gonna plug it in. We're gonna watch the actual bog filter fill up with water and the waterfall spillway go into effect right there. Now we're gonna put our nice, clean filter mats by Mountain Tree right in the little spot here. As you can see, Dennis designed this little gap for the water to pass through. As you can see, the water is gonna enter way down there. It doesn't overflow over the top and go over the top. It actually goes down at the bottom. That's why he has those PVC pipes down there to keep it lifted. I think those are 3/4 inch, and that way the water comes through here, passes through the sponge, and then goes underneath all of the crates, and then the water rises up. That's how we get the water to rise up through the 6 crates of gravel and lava rock. Pretty cool little setup, right? So we got our sponge, and you're gonna see this bad boy fill up all the way down. But we're gonna go ahead and use the control app right there. We're gonna go ahead and turn on the pump. You can see the water is coming in, and it's gonna fill this entire bog filter up, and we're gonna watch it as the waterfall spillway falls back into the pond. So this thing will fill up pretty fast. I'll tell you what, that SICCE SDC 6.0 pump does a really good job. And you can see this little area here, it will then travel under, which it's doing right now, all 6 of these crates, and all the beneficial bacteria colonizing on this lava rock here and pea gravel that I have. It's a combination of both. Obviously, this is gonna take care of the bigger particles that are coming through the intake, and you will see the water now rising through the gravel. You see it right there? Water is rising through the gravel, which is making this water crystal clear. And you guys are always wondering how my above ground pond is so crystal clear when you look at the fish. It's because of this bog filter here. Amazing, look at it. As we look down below, we got the SICCE pump it up. Look at that bad boy, huh? Pretty cool the way my boy Dennis did it, huh? We will come around this side here. It's gonna be all one shot for you guys, Ohana. And we're gonna watch the waterfall spillway. Gosh, it looks so different now without the pop-up tent and whatnot. And you can see it right there. We'll see the water start to trickle right over that waterfall spillway there. There it goes. Woo-wee. Would you look at that, huh? Now, if you guys are wondering what that nozzle is there, that's my overflow. So if it rains, that water will build up in the pond and it won't overflow over the top of the ledge. So the water will run through there and carry out a hose out to the front of the street. So this whole pond is dialed in. Now, if you don't use the app, you can manually turn it on and off with this control pad right here. But we don't use this, we just use the app. And what we did was we mounted this, if we ever need it, it mounts right under the bog filter. You can see it right there. We got a little magnet that comes with the actual SICCE, and we had it magnet right up underneath the bog filter so it stays nice and warm. And as we can see, look at that water, whoo, crystal clear, coming through, dropping down into the pond, causing more aeration, water agitation at the top there. And you can see all the babies are over there in the corner. Now they're on that side. My babies. We're gonna go ahead and top off the pond. I wanted to show you guys, we're gonna top it off right at the overflow nozzle there, just so you guys understand about how high the water level is gonna be. And also, I wanted to tell you guys that I technically don't have to run the pump or the bog filter the entire winter because I just did a huge water change. So we're talking 75% water change. I'm not gonna feed these guys for the entire winter. Koi fish can survive in the winter. They'll pretty much eat insects that go into the pond. They will actually snack on all the algae growth in the pond. So they are perfectly fine throughout the winter. Plus they kind of go into a little hibernation mode. But here in California, this pond is not gonna freeze over. I mean, it'll get cold. It'll get down to maybe the high 20s, maybe a week out of the year here in Northern California. But other than that, I pretty much will run this bog filter for 48 hours just to make sure that water is clean and try to get as much water filtered as possible, and then I'll just shut it down for the winter. That way I'm saving electricity, and I'll just throw in the aerators, which I have 2 aerators in here already. Maybe I'll get another big one and put it over there just to add a lot more aeration for my babies down there. It's something to really think about, especially in the winter time. You just need a lot of water agitation. As long as the water quality is really clean and really good for your fish, you can shut down the entire bog filter and just run aerators inside the water. And if you're going to feed the fish, then I would probably turn the bog filter back on. But let's go over here and check out the bog filter so you can see how high the water level comes up. See, water level, boom, and the water does not go over that bar or that divider there. Everything goes underneath, and then it comes up through, and you can see that water is just crystal freaking clear. Look at that. Whew. I love this filtration system. Man, it's so different not having the pop-up tent over the above ground pond. Now, I'm glad I got to share all my little tips and tricks. Man, it's so different without having the pop-up tent over the above ground pond. I'm glad I got to share all my little tips and tricks preparing my above ground pond for the winter. Maybe this has inspired you a little bit to get your pond prepared for the winter. I just wanted to share with you guys how I do it, how I clean the bog filter. I know I get a ton of questions on how the bog filter works, what filters the above ground pond, how you're able to have so many koi inside the above ground pond. It's because of that filtration system. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys on the next video. Much love and aloha.
Hana Hui A Maui.